my good friend from the NFL Network. Even though it is vacation time and he should be spending time with his family, he is kind and gracious enough to give us a few minutes. Hi, Mike.
No, there are no vacations when your kids are out of school. Today was the last day for my daughter. So now I got to figure out what to do with her for the next 3 months or whatever it is.
Good luck with that, man.
Which is why Nome, Alaska sounds awesome right now.
Has she ever seen Nome? I mean, she could see the snow, the glaciers,
No,
a bear.
No. You're missing the point. Missing the point. Nome, Alaska by myself.
Oh, where you want to go?
Right now.
Dude,
yeah, so I might, if I was in that league, I may have taken a dive.
Hey, man.
Sorry, honey. Gotta,
I don't know if you've heard. I've got time. I'll meet you.
Listen, you and I could have a great trip. We could hike something. I'm sure in Nome, Alaska.
We can hike something
in the cold.
Yeah.
It's gonna be mid-90s and humid here in Jersey later this week. So whatever it is in Nome will probably be a welcome change. So yeah, I love that.
So you go to Nome, Mike Garofalo, to get away from the heat dome. Is that what they're calling it? A heat dome on the East Coast? Mm-hmm. Something like that?
No, see, I was gonna go with I'm going to Nome to get away from home.
Boom. Boom.
Okay.
Or to get away from checking your phone for a Tua Tagovailoa contract. With Trevor Lawrence done, is he the next one? And will it be anytime soon?
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was going to be done by the end of the spring. As a matter of fact, we had a me versus Ian, which whatever it is, I usually win. But a me versus Ian segment where it was like, which quarterback is going to be the next to get a deal done, Tua or Trevor? And I actually went first. I had first dibs, and I took Tua. So he beat me. Not because he knows anything better, but just because he got lucky. So I thought it was going to be done by the end of the spring. I also, to me, the number, and it's not just me, but I'm based on conversations I had, the number was going to be below Joe Burrow for Tua because this is a guy who, he wants what's fair, and he's got a lot of pride, but he's also not the kind of guy to be pushing for every last penny, especially when, just a short while ago.
Trying to say he's not greedy?
He was considering retirement, right? The difference between 55 and 53 million a year probably seems negligible for that kind of guy because, it's all gravy at this point. Once you get to that point where you go, you know what, should I not be doing this? I think I could do this. I have enough faith in myself to stay healthy, which he's done. And if he's got to prove it again, that's only going to make the price go up next year for him. It might get to a point where he goes, I'm not going to fight for every penny.
We know about that.
I want what's fair, but I also want us to remain competitive. All the other reasons why you wouldn't necessarily take top dollar. But you keep pushing a guy, no matter who he is, no matter how fair he is, no matter how, grateful he is. He may say, you know what? I want top dollar now. You had your chance. So we'll see.
Talking to Mike Garofalo here from NFL Network, and that's the point I have always tried to make, and it's the one I made last week as well with the Trevor Lawrence contract, is that it's better to sign your guy now, especially a quarterback, than it is to sign him later, because the cost is only going to go up, the market's only going to go up, the cap is only going to go up, and if you think your guy is the guy, then lock in and do your deal for that guy now. But something, Mike, in my gut tells me that there is something bigger at play here in Miami, and that is, I guess, organizationally, I feel like this season there's a little bit more on the line. Can this
stop it right there? What's up, good people? Mark Holmes here, of course, with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo. And as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. I hope everybody's having a great day. You know what? I tell you what, my day was incredible. It was great because I saw my dad and my mom and stuff on Father's Day. My kids came through to the house and stuff and brought some and for breakfast now. Brought eggs and steak and bacon and everything else and said, "Dad, we got you everything for breakfast." And my daughter said, I don't really know how to season a steak right, Dad. It's like, okay, just let me take over. So I proceeded on Father's Day to cook brunch. And we had some fresh strawberries. We had the steak. The steak was just right. The eggs and the bacon and everything. And it was all keto, which is perfect. So it worked on my diet. Got to spend, a good hour or so with all of us together, which was a rarity. And that was great. Got back down here to Red Brick House, and everything's good here. And this morning, I come, out here in the morning. I know people think you just start a YouTube channel and just wait for the YouTube money to just start rolling in, because that's exactly what happens. The minute you start a YouTube channel, you just sit down here and just money just flows in. No, that's actually not how it works. I actually, believe it or not, I get out here, I spend about an hour to 2 hours just going through everything that's happening, around the NFL and the Cowboys and stuff. Sometimes you get stories that come across and you because today everything is like clickbaiting. And so when I saw this morning, and you know what, Eagle fans, you know what, I don't get upset. This is what is comical to me, because I literally had Eagle fans saying, "You're better than that." No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Because if this was the Dallas Cowboys, this would be like, just stop all the news. This is the daily report, and this would be shown on TMZ, on all the channels. They'd be cracking jokes and everything else. But it turns out one of the linebackers for the Eagles, and they got butthurt when I started talking about this, Terrell Lewis, former Ram linebacker, and we know they have problems at linebacker, apparently was seeing, I'm not going to call her a hooker, but she's an Instagram model, about 150,000 subscribers, and OnlyFans, has her OnlyFans page, and does a little bit of side work. So allegedly, what happened was he tried to run off without paying, and she chased his ass down. Let's go to the tape. It's like, what? Wait, what? What? Look at this. What the heck? Now, seriously, I'm just like, is he running like an NFL linebacker? I'm looking. He's like, oh, but is he running like an? I'm like, he's an NFL linebacker. That's a linebacker. What was funny was, I have to say that when I first saw it this morning, it was the West Coast Eagle fan or something like that who posted it and said that they immediately need to cut him and sign her. Cut him and sign her. And I'm just like, wait, whoa, wait a minute. Could you imagine? I mean, seriously, if that was us, you know how bad it would be. And so then I'm sitting listening to Dan Saleo and stuff in the shows. Actually, the Jacob Sports, I got to watch because I'm part of the show. And I've gotten a lot of people who've come back at me and said, yo, bro, here's talking points for you. Beat him over the head with this shit, man. What are you doing? You're being too soft. You're being too soft on him. Why are you being Mr. Nice Guy? I'm trying to show a little bit of class. And see, I'm trying to let them hang themselves, okay? Because what I feel like the Eagles are imploding. I feel like the Eagles have a lot of problems going on right now that they're getting to be dysfunctional. Watch out for karma. Shout out. Let me say hello to everybody before we get into this whole thing too deep, before we grease the skids anymore. Lovely Linda in the house. What's up, Linda? Linda, listen. It's no disrespect here, Linda. No disrespect, but Linda, if the shoes were on the other foot. Okay, actually, she didn't have any shoes on. If the bare feet were running down the hall for a Cowboy player, okay, all right, then you'd be talking. And it's a party right now because Wade's in the house. And mind you, Walker Wade, shout out to Walker Wade. We also have Roland's Review. What's up, Stacy? How are you doing? We got Joanne Gonzalez. We've got Help me, Rhonda. What's up, Rhonda? Because I know, listen, if I don't say hello to Rhonda, she get upset. What's up, Rhonda? We got Lady Libra in the house. Shout out to you. And so, I have been falling down on my duties. Okay, falling down on my duties. Ward family was our winner on Saturday. Saturday? Oh, no, Friday night. Friday night when I had Michael in here. I've had so many of these things. See, look at this. You see that? That right there is the authentication from Emmett Smith's company, ProViva. And that, my friends, is Randy White's autograph. We're going to pull out a name for that one tonight. So anybody who becomes a channel member or does a super chat, you are entered in the hopper to get drawn. Walker Wade is in the hopper there, ready to go. So we're going to be giving that away. So I'm sitting there looking at that. This is after. Did I get Lady Libra in the house? What's up, Lady Libra? Also, too, another thing. Channel members. There is a link in the community tab for you guys, so that way we can get you guys registered. Okay. Yeah, the autograph. Yeah, look, hold on. We're gonna give this away. See here, look at that. Can you see it? Okay. That's autographed. Okay, handcrafted by me and Michael, and autographed by the manster himself. Okay, so we're gonna be giving that away. I am going to be coming to Dallas for the Eagles Cowboys game. Yes. And I'll be bringing Dan Salio. Somebody just said, oh, so you're getting Dan Salio's talking points? Okay, let me clarify something here right now. Okay? Do you think that Adam Schefter is at all 32 NFL offices sitting around waiting for news? Do you think that happens? Do you think Mike Garafolo is sitting there at every NFL facility getting stuff? The way this works is there's a few people that let stuff out, and then everybody reports on it. That's why when there is clickbait out there, you go through and you double check to make sure it's not clickbait, because there's so much false information out there. Lola, Miss Hot Sauce, what's up, Lola? Let me see if I can get your theme song. So yes, I watch Dan Salio because I'm trying to get ammunition to go against him with. Because see, when I get on his show, what always happens is they go through and they tag team me and beat me up, right? I'm burning you. Shout out to Lola. I need to find. I don't know if Lowe's still has the Lola hot sauce. I need to get some more of that stuff because that stuff is good. So I was sitting there listening to actually Jacob Sports, and they were talking about the whole front office of the Eagles are not happy with Jalen Hurts, their $51 million quarterback, because he didn't really defend the coach. And mind you, the coach that they cut him off at the knees and basically made him their bitch. And so you're mad at your quarterback because he didn't defend him? That's 70 fans. I would be proud to own that. Well, shout out to you. Good luck to you, that 70s fan. We're going to add your name into the hopper. Appreciate that. And so on top of that, I stealth watched his program. I did comment a little bit in there. Twiz, you know I did. Filthy, I think, did I see you in there? I saw, actually everybody's filthy in the Eagles chat. But it was kind of comical listening to Dan. Because he literally, I think Philly 500 and him both listen to each other.
Why? Doesn't it seem that the Eagles took a shit on Jalen? And the owner and GM did. The owner, the GM, and the head coach took a shit on their quarterback. Why? That's not
You hear my
the
wife
kind of
laughing in the
attitude
background.
and environment I want to go into training camp.
You know, it's kind of crazy, but it seems like that's the Eagles' narrative.
Disrespected yet? Does this defense have any heart?
No, they suck. I've been telling you all season, Philly.
Shit on you. They've shit on you. Don't you hear me? Jordan Davis, Jalen Carter, Slide. They shit on you. They've shit on you. They have shit on you. Don't you hear me? Jordan Davis, Jalen Carter, Slide. They shit on you. Kill them.
Oh my goodness! Did he say they cocked on them?
Hate the style of defense.
I don't know what it is with Eagles fans, you know, because remember when they won the Super Bowl, you had an Eagle fan literally eating horse crap. And so now we got people cockeying on each other, apparently. So, it couldn't happen to a nicer team. It could not happen to a nicer team. I see y'all are still laughing. One more time. Let's go back to the Eagle player, linebacker being chased down by the OnlyFans. I'm just wondering, who was filming that? Who was filming? Look at this. Her stride looked much better than his. Okay, I mean, look at her stride. Look at that. Arms are pumping really good in a nice line. Boom, she's got her head down. She's hitting it. Look at that. She is, I mean, boom, she's like, that's like Darryl Green, okay? That's like Darryl Green chasing somebody down there. Man, that Yazin Cowboy, how you know, Dirty Sanchez, looks like Carl Lewis on a track meet. I'm sorry. You know, she tracked his ass down. Oh, my goodness. Okay, we laugh at the Eagles. Okay. Now, San Francisco. Not everything's perfect there. Oh my God. Okay. Soft pump. It was a dude, Mark. Okay. Cry, Eagles cry. Johnny, shout out to Johnny. Johnny Duncan. You're entered into the drawing as well. That was a dude. Okay. You need to sign that dude because he's definitely better than that linebacker that you had. All right. So then the day gets even better. Because, see, I get 49er fans that literally email me telling me how bad my quarterback is, how much he sucks, how big of chokers we are. We're not a great team like the San Francisco 49ers that haven't won a Super Bowl since before we have. She's naked. There's nothing to restrict her. Okay. Her putt was helping her with the speed. Well, the moment. Y'all the women have the funniest jokes on this thing. Oh my God. And I was like, maybe I shouldn't show this because this is bad. This is like exploitation, okay? I'm betting at the moment that he's sitting there thinking like, damn, maybe I shouldn't have skipped out on the bill. Sometimes, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm sorry, dude. You have to be the dumbest mother humper out there. Okay? All right? First of all, I know it's a different time than I grew up and everything else. And, people just want to, that basketball players, flip-flop women and all this stuff. Okay, I'm just not, that's just me. I'm an older generation. But here's the thing. You have to understand she's an Instagram model that has 140,000 plus subscribers. Right? And I would imagine most of those guys are probably men that are football fans. So you have to understand that she has people who know who she is. which means if you do something off kilter, she can put it out in social media and defame you. Oh. See, as a football player, shout out to Help Me Rhonda, a member longer, so proud and so loud. Shout out to Help Me Rhonda. So you have to understand, you have a target on your back that says, I got money, I'm famous, which means people are going to say, you know what? I want what he's got. I want to be his baby mama. I want to be his girlfriend. Heck, I just want him to buy me a whole bunch of shit. Or I'm going to sue his ass and get me paid. So the last person you want to go ahead and say, you know what? I'm going to stiff you. Maybe publicity for her. If that is in fact, because that's where I went through, because I was like, wait a minute, this can't be. I literally said, this can't be real. But then going through and looking, and you're starting to see this on regular news things, that this has happened. So maybe it's not him. Maybe it is all a farce because we're all innocent until proven guilty. So maybe it's not him. But if it is him, you're an idiot, buddy. You're an idiot, okay? And you deserve what happens to you. Okay, so then you got now Brandon Ayuk goes on social media and says, they don't want me no more. Okay, he didn't say it like a little baby, but when I read the Reddit, I thought of a little kid saying, you don't love me anymore. I'm going to run away. Okay. So they don't love him for the number that he wants. And it's rumored that Commanders might be interested in getting him. So that would make the Commanders definitely, a little bit better, so to speak, to have another weapon like that to go with Terry, Scary Terry. Wouldn't be crazy about that one, but that would really hurt San Francisco. What's up, Fred? How are you doing? Hester, what's going on? Big Spank Dog, let's go. Clouds Coffee. Can we talk? Oh, this all has to do. Okay, Clouds Coffee. We're going to get to the Cowboys. But Clouds, listen, bro. Free agency is done. Okay? The combine happened. The draft is done. OTAs finished. Minicamp, it's out the way. And now it's the desert. It's the silly season. The only thing to talk about is speculation. Okay, you want to talk Cowboys? Okay, in the last 24 hours, I've heard speculation of the Cowboys should go ahead and trade Brandon Cooks for Alvin Kamara. Help me, Rhonda. Get Rhonda Sparks in the hopper. Okay? Which is like, you talk about Zeke. Zeke Elliott had more yards than Alvin Kamara last year, right? You do realize that Alvin Kamara is going downhill for the last 4 years. You do know that Alvin Kamara still got like $25 million left on his contract. So, yes, of course, the Cowboys should trade for him. Does that make you happy, Clouds? That bullshit story about us trading for Alvin Kamara to fill the void, to make you sleep better tonight? Okay. All right, let me give you another one. The Cowboys are linked to Randall Cobb. Randall Cobb, who famously had some really good seasons in Green Bay, last one being 2015, stayed injured and kind of dropped down into the 400 range, and the Green Bay Packers said, that guy is done. He comes to the Dallas Cowboys with the garbage-ass quarterback, Dak Prescott, and he magically has more yards per completion in his career with Dak Prescott, having about 800 yards and like 5 TDs. He plays so good with Dak Prescott that the Texans signed him to a $25 million contract. He turned his career around. The funny thing is Randall Cobb went back to being the Randall Cobb without Dak Prescott, back in the 400 range. Forgive me. I've had this cold since I got back from Vermont. That's just like, it's still, the congestion and the cough's still there. So then Aaron Rodgers, being the diva that he is, wanted Randall Cobb back with Green Bay. And when he left, he wanted him back with the Jets. Wow. So, of course, even though his numbers have been pedestrian, as they put it, the Cowboys haven't gotten anybody to replace Michael Gallup. Ooh, okay, Michael Gallup. It's like, okay, Michael Gallup has been like 400 and some yards the last 3 years. I think the Cowboys have a person that can replace what Michael's been the last 3 years on the roster. Jalen Tolbert. If Jalen Tolbert just plays as many plays as Michael Gallup, you've replaced Michael Gallup. No joke. If you take the number of snaps that Michael Gallup had, which was twice as many as Jalen Tolbert, and took the yards per completion and everything else, Jalen Tolbert has a better season. Now, there's no guarantee that Jalen Tolbert starts because Jalen Brooks, they say, has been looking really, really good. Okay? Now, for Clouds Coffee, who wants to talk Cowboys, of course, there's another rumor that the Cowboys could reunite with Cedric Wilson. That Miami, which never played him other than special teams. Mark, do you see Dak in a Yankees jersey today? Is that a message he's going to New York? Clouds? No. Everybody's trying. Okay. You know what, Clouds? Yes, he's going to the New York Giants. Yes, that's the sign. That is, the Illuminati sign that he is subliminally going to the Yankees, okay? Excuse me, going to the Giants because he was wearing a Yankees jersey. That's it. Ginger Rogers. Hello, Ginger. Shout out to Ginger. You're entered in the draw. Big Spank Dog, you know what? Your Commanders would take him in a hot second, bro. A hot second. Not a question. As would the Giants. And as would maybe even the Eagles. Clouds Coffee, you're confused? You seem to be a bit confused, Clouds. You seem to be, okay? Now, for those out there saying that, shout out to Ginger. Oh, she's trying to stuff the box. Ginger Rogers. Shout out to Ginger. Bam, got another one dropped in there for you. See, here's what you got to understand. Whether Dak stays or goes, Dak's going to be okay. The question will be will the Cowboys beat any better without him? Because I'm going to say this. Let me say this. Let me honestly ask you guys, since we're now on the Cowboys talk, even though I wanted to trash the 49ers and literally piss off Jason M, so that way he'll fire off some more emails, because I still don't understand Jason. Jason, I say shit just to piss you off, right? When I talk about your quarterback being a bus driver, in my mind, I say that because I said, you know what? This is going to piss off Jason M, and he is going to write an email because I'm trying to get that reaction from you, bro. Come on, let it out. Okay. See, you have to understand, right now, this is Dak Prescott.
Remember, I'm the motherfucking fucking one who calls the shots. And you better pay me the respect that I gave your brother, or we're gonna have a problem. A bad one. Now get the fuck out of here.
That's literally That's literally Dak Prescott right now. He's got the juice. And some of you will know what that reference is. You got the juice now. Yeah, he's got the juice. And he can go anywhere he wants to go. And quite frankly, I doubt it would be to the New York Giants. Honestly, if it was. I don't really think he would want to go to the Giants. That team is so far behind as far as being ready for. As a Seattle fan, I would love to see Ayuk out of San Francisco. Yeah, as a Cowboy fan, I would love to see him out of there too. Shout out to Ginger Rogers. Shout out to the Seahawks fans. You had one of my favorite players, Cliff Averill, on your team. Cliff was good people. Met him back when he was with the Lions and then signed with you guys. No disrespecting Mark. Okay. But here's the thing. Honestly, because somebody said, can I get it out? Do you guys think if the Cowboys get rid of Dak Prescott that we win a Super Bowl anytime soon? I'm asking for a friend. Do you think that we get rid of Dak Prescott that we'll have winning records for a while? I'm seriously asking for a friend. For those out there, and here's where it gets to be funny because I was watching. It's a young guy, okay, I don't mean to poo-poo on this young guy, because doing YouTube, unlike what I said, where you just start a channel and just wait for all that YouTube cash to keep flying down, it just starts raining cash because this shit's easy. But he was talking. His video was Trey Lance with immense talent. And we're going off of Trey Lance throwing one-on-one to wide receivers. No pass rush. No calls at the lines. Not 3 or 4 reads that you have out there. We have him literally setting back, stepping, and throwing the football. And I'm looking at it a bit, and what I see is his feet and him kind of almost robotically, his legs being behind his arm and holding onto the ball a little bit too long. I'll be honest, I'm not an expert or anything like that. So, but that's what I saw in there. Now, it's easy to go ahead and look at it and say, well, man, do you see how nice that ball went and everything else? It's easy to say, yeah, that looks good right there. But it's different when you have the lights come on and you got people coming at you and you got 2.5 seconds to read 3 or 4 guys and figure out where to go with the ball while people are literally jumping to try and take your head off. It's a little bit different. And so before I go through and with the youngin', I'm going to listen to people who have been there. And let me give you this take, okay? This is not me. This is not me trying to defend Dak Prescott, okay? This is not me trying to trash the guy so that way, we hold on to Dak or anything. This is Brian Brodus saying what he's seen.
When you're out there, the training camp practices happen fast. They are moving. The speed, you get guys that are desperate to make jobs or to get jobs. And so you're getting guys that are playing at a very high level and playing really quick. Trey Lance has got to play quicker mentally. He has got to play quicker. There's been times where I feel like that he's a little late holding the ball. I don't know if he's trying to read everything too precisely and just not react. But you will get a clear picture of him at training camp practices, especially with this secondary, and you will get a clear picture of him when you get to these preseason games, namely the Rams game, namely the Raiders game, and then you finish up with the Chargers. He is going to have opportunities to win this number 2 job. There's been some really good, and there's been some times where he needs to be a little.
So that's not me. That's not me hating. That's Brian Brodus, respected former scout, insider, a guy who's seen with his own eyes what's going on. He said there's been some good and then there's been some not so good. And it seems like he's late on his reads. And just like I trashed for Eagle fans, it's funny. I don't see as many Eagle fans in here tonight. What's up with that? I see Twiz Digga up in here. Of course, we see East Side Herald, of course, is always in here because he's still pounding his chest because his team played well last year. They found a stud quarterback. So I can't hate on him, except when he starts talking about being my son-in-law. I can choke you out there, buddy. Mark, we have a player from the Bahamas on the practice squad, like Alicon. He won't go against the practice squad. Okay. Kelly says, shout out to Kelly. I'm crazy optimistic about this season, and I haven't been sniffing anything. Kelly, I am with you, girl. I'm with you. I'm going to say okay, here's what if you want me to give you my opinion on why I feel good about it, optimistic is, here's the thing for the Eagles. Eagles. Oh, I am going to have so much fun with the Eagles this year. Here's my thing with the Eagles. Their coach has been cut off at the knees. Kellen Moore is trying to change everything, which means there's going to be a learning curve. Jalen Hurts, you kind of have to look at it and say he regressed and he was injured last year, even though they didn't report. I don't know how the Eagles keep getting away with shit, to be honest with you. They should have gotten charged with tampering, but they didn't. They should have been fined for not reporting that Jalen Hurts should have been on the injury report, and they didn't. Okay? I don't know if they got something on the commissioner or what, but they get away with some shit. But right now, you've got the owner mad at the quarterback for not standing up for the coach who is on the hot seat, and everybody looks at it and says, it was your fault with the play calling. Right? You got that. You got the quarterback, and I dare say, call me crazy. Call me crazy. But I almost feel like Jalen Hurts is trying to get his ass out of Philadelphia. Just think about this. You kind of throw the coach under the bus. You say, we got 95% new play calling. We'll see how it goes. That he is setting it up to point all the fingers at all the other people and piss off the ownership. And maybe it ends up being, you get out of here, you got your cash, and you can go someplace else that's not crazy like Philly. I look at Philly and say, wait a minute, hold on. I look at Philly and say, wait a minute, this is one of your linebackers? This is one of your linebackers literally getting chased down by but wait a minute. He got walked. Look at this. He got walked down. That's one of your linebackers? Oh, I forgot. Eagle fans will say, oh, well, he wasn't going to make the roster anyway. Well, I hate to tell you, if you're still depending on guys like the Kobe Dean and waiting on him, you got problems, bro. You got some problems. That was an awesome clip. I'm sorry. I don't mean to do that because Eagle fans said, I'm better than this. Mark, you're better than this. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Not at all. Now, taking that same thing that we have going on there, say what you will about Mike McCarthy, okay? You can say, oh, he sucks. Well, we know about suckage because I hate to tell everybody, we didn't have in the last 30 years any other period with 3 playoffs appearances in a row. We had 3 5-11s. We had 3 8-8s. And he's got the only one that's actually winning. I believe he has the highest winning percentage in Cowboys history at the moment. I unless Barry Switzer's was higher, maybe Barry Switzer's, but if it is, Barry Switzer, it wasn't like he did anything. He was like the Nick Sirianni before it was cool to be Nick Sirianni. you can say what you want about him, but he took that quarterback who had issues with a broken thumb and turned the ball over, had no running game really this year, had a worse running game, and had him throw 36 TDs and only 9 interceptions, and should have been the MVP. Should have been the MVP. Her QBR is off the charts. Oh, Rhonda. Well, I think she was running a 4.40 there to get that cash. What? Mother, you gonna pay. You gonna pay. Okay. With the Cowboys being in the same system, and the thing about Dak Prescott is you don't want to play poker against him. And I'm going to tell you, I bet, actually, I don't have to bet. I know. Anybody in here black and went to college? Anybody here black and went to college? Okay. If you did, what is the game? Okay. What is the game that you play more than any other if you were black and in college with other black students? What is the game that you play? Well, there's actually two. But one more than the other, okay? All right, one more than the other. It's a card game. And you talk a lot of trash. Come on, everybody knows. It's spades. It's spades, man. Spades. You know, okay. You know, you're sitting there, you trump tight, man. You know, look, I used to do stuff like this, okay? I would take a card and I'd stick it to my forehead. That's that big joker right there. And then I would go, bam, and drop it on the table, okay? That kind of stuff, okay? And see, I'm going to tell you, a person that you didn't want to play spades against was Charles Haley. Hacky said, oh my God. No disrespect north of the border, okay? No disrespect on the hacky sack, because, you know, I've done hacky sack before, kind of popped my knees out a bit doing it, but sorry, that's the whitest thing ever, okay? No, Indian poker. Come on. It's spades, man. Okay? Spades. And you talk trash, okay? All right? And there's nothing worse than losing in spades. And when you play Charles Haley, oh, man. You talk about somebody that would literally flip the table over if he was losing. That would be Charles. And so you get guys that don't like to lose. And that's Dak Prescott. So with Dak Prescott betting on himself, I can guarantee you that you're going to see one hellacious season out of Dak Prescott. Look, north of the border, it's like, I know. I know. Hacky sack. I mean, you got the little beanbag ball, you know, with the leather on it and things, and you got to kick it up. You keep kicking. You kick, you know, you keep popping it. Okay, yeah. It's fun. It's fun, but you don't see, you know, in free time, let's go play hacky. No, you say, hey, man, let's go play some spades or dominoes. Spades or dominoes. Okay. It's a culture thing. I've never. Casey Stewart, what's up, Casey? Casey, where you're from, I guarantee you there's a lot of people that play spades. I can guarantee you. You need to learn, because spades is fun. Spades is fun because you got a partner. Okay, you got a bid, and oh man, you know my wife loves playing spades and things, but damn, she can renege in a minute, man. Oh shit. Or, you know, she'll sit there and say, I got one in a possible, and she got a damn Boston sitting in her hand. I'm like, what are you doing? Where did that extra 6 come from? Well, I thought it was a possible. I didn't. Like, what do you mean? You had 4 aces, okay? You had the big joker, the little joker. Where'd you learn how to bid? Okay, all right. Okay, got to have it. All right. So anyway, Dak Prescott is betting on himself. And every time people have had Dak Prescott that basically, oh, this is his last chance, he forces you to keep him. He does. And you look at him right now, he ain't sweating nothing. He ain't sweating the contract. And say what you will about the Cowboys not signing him, you know, CD Lamb even, you see what's going on with Brandon Ayuk. How ugly that situation is, right? It may not be done yet, but you don't see any animosity between the Cowboys putting stuff out there that, you know, CD's not worth it. You don't hear CD Lamb saying, F these guys, or, you know, they don't love me. No, you don't see any of that. And we can even go back to, let's say, Lamar Jackson with Baltimore. That was a 2-year-long process where basically you thought they weren't going to sign him. I don't see any of that with the Cowboys. The Cowboys now, look, Dak is like, it don't matter. I ain't sweating it. I got my beautiful girlfriend. I got my beautiful daughter. I got money in the bank. I got all kinds of ads. You know, runner-up for MVP. I've been NFL Man of the Year. All I got to do is, hey, listen, I mean, I can say I don't have to play for money, but I'm right now I'm playing for trying to get a ring. The money, you know, the money's going to be whatever's going to be, and it's going to be a lot. So I'm going to do what I did before. Let my people handle it. Todd, it's up to you to get this deal done, whether it's with Dallas or elsewhere. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to go out here and I'm going to play football. So that's where I look at this and I say, he's going to be good. I got no worries about it. What does worry me, though, is I don't even think we have enough bodies on the defensive line right now. Tony Douglas in the house. What's up? Dem Boys Kicks. What's up, Dem Boys? Laugh out loud. All kinds of peaches. Oh, did I miss something? Ronald Davis. Hi, Mark. What's up? What's good to see you again on YouTube? We'll be okay. Just wait. You will see. Clouds Coffee. Elsewhere. Prayers. Marcus Blackman. What's going on? Lou. If that was the case, he better be the water boy for the Eagles. Who better be the water boy for the Eagles? Fistful of Dollars. Great movie. Okay, see, now you're going way back with movies. Okay, because like The Good, the Bad, the Ugly, and A Fistful of Dollars. And for a few dollars more, that was another one of those spaghetti. I think they call them spaghetti westerns. Alan Williams in the house. What's up? Oh, man, the Mavs are down by 20. Okay, so, yeah, that game's over. What's good? Apparently not the Dallas Mavericks. MVP and Super Bowl champions this year. Let's go, Dak. I'm not quite ready to go that far with you yet, Johnny. But I think the Eagles, Ward family, Ward, shout out to you. You won on Friday night the Charles Haley autograph piece. Text me your address so we can get it sent, because Michael was asking, what's his address? And I was like, I don't know, okay? But text me. You got my number, man. So text me your address so we can get that sent out to you. The Niners' drought is longer than ours. You're right about that. I'm black, but have been told I'm not. I've been told that too. But, hey, it don't matter. I know I wouldn't be welcomed at a Klan rally, though. Mark, you come into camp? Tony, yes, Tony. Here's what we're looking at, because I was just talking to my daughter yesterday about it, my wife about it, because we need to help her do some stuff with her storage unit out in L.A. I'm still kind of waiting for the practice schedule to come out to know exactly what, but it looks like I'm going to try and get tickets to go to the preseason game with the Rams and be there for practice for the week of the Rams. So that's the last week. I think the practice with the Rams is either going to be the 8th or the 9th. I think the game is on the 10th. But figuring there's going to be definitely, seeing the Rams there at practice, there should be some real good hitting and stuff. Holly Pierce, hey, Mark, my Mavs suck right now. Go Cowboys. If we have any Cowboy players in there, they're going to say it's because the Cowboy players jinxed them. Screw y'all. All right, so I tell you what we're going to do. We're going to do 2 drawings. First drawing will be a custom shirt from Miss Tracy, okay? So what we'll do, because here's what you guys haven't seen, but this is like, look, you see how pretty these shirts are, okay? They're good. They look good. But Miss Tracy will do a custom shirt for you for the winner, all right? So let me grab our first drawing for the night. Let's see who our winner is. Help me, Rhonda. Rhonda is the winner. Shout out to Rhonda. So Rhonda, Lovely Sparks, I know you got Tracy's number and all that. Or you can email me. Email me. Tracy's going to do a custom shirt and stuff for you. And then we're going to do one more drawing before we get out of here for Randy White. And don't worry if you don't win that one. I have a bunch of these things, and we have the autograph side. We have also Drew Pearson that's over here. I know I have a Tony Dorsett one. I've got a Diggs one. I've got a whole bunch of them. And this weekend, we'll be at the CSA show in Chantilly. Charles Haley will be there. Jay Novacek will be there. Emmett Smith, I ain't got Emmett money. Okay, Emmett's like $300. Bro, I love you, but I ain't got that kind of funds. And Michael Irvin will be there. And I definitely have to see Michael Irvin because of Dan Cilio. That's nice woodworking. Well, thank you, Clouds Coffee. I can't take all the credit for it. The piece of equipment that I bought that does all the carving on it does that. So, what time? It is. Look at that. That is pretty cool, though. Look at that. It's 3-dimensional. Boom. Okay. All right. As we come down, yes, I love working with wood. And I'm very good working with wood. What the heck is wrong with you? I think it's trying to say, what the heck? Did I hit the cable? I must have hit the cable when I put that back behind there. Hold it. Let me see if it's working right. Here, hold on. Let me see. Eagles linebacker? Oh, wrong one. Let's see. Is it okay? It's working now. Eagles linebacker, boom, gets chased down. Look at this. Oh my God! Oh my God! This is the funniest thing. Eagles linebacker. Oh boy! Oh my God! Look, one more time. Look. Oh my God! Look. You know what? I need. Oh my God! I need to actually put that on the Micah Parsons Wild World of Sports. Put that on the agony of defeat. That would be good. Okay, that would be really, really good. Okay, anyway. All right, so Holly Pierce, what's up, Holly? I can't wait for Wednesday to be on there with Philly 500 and Dan because I have so much ammunition to go back at him with his whole thing. They literally have shit on. Brother be running from that hotel room reminds me of Jerry running from paying players. Damn, Bobby Benitsky. You are 100% right on that one, Bobby Benitsky. Shout out to you, Bobby Benitsky. Okay. I guess that's about all the joking we'll do on the Eagles and the 49ers. Put that on a shirt. Oh, my goodness. Dak on his mind 24/7, 365. Twiz. She got some bad acid biscuits. Yeah, she got some biscuits on her. Bobby running from that Dak Prescott. It's always good to pay for services up front. You're right about that. I'll wear it on my live stream. Thank you, Tracy. All right, I'll let Miss Tracy know. Can't hide that. Too funny, dirty. Bobby Benitsky, Polish American. Casey Stewart. Hello, beautiful. I swear, I hope Philly 500 gets the clip. I sent him a clip of it, and he said, yeah, I saw that. It was funny. I was like, I want to hear you respond to it. And so far, it's crickets. It's nothing on there. Eagles training camp is going to be interesting. So how do you guys feel? Do you guys at this moment feel like the Cowboys are going to stink? Are you feeling looking forward to the season? Or are you just tired of just waiting? Because we got 5 more weeks of shit before training camp starts. This is where it really sucks. She was ready. Mark, who taught you how to handle? I'm self-taught. I've watched a lot of videos to learn how to work with wood. And practice makes perfect. How about that? Clouds be decent. Okay. It's true. I am pretty much self-taught on just about everything I do. These walls over here that had to be plastered, I didn't know shit about plastering, so I watched some videos on how do I mix the plaster and how do I put it on. And you can see from where I started downstairs to doing up here, I got better as time went on. She ran down the stiff, has run down stiffs before. Well, you're talented. Thank you very much. Looking forward to it. I'm hollering. All right, so let's go ahead and get this other one picked up here real quick. All right, let's see who is going to be our winner for Randy White. Okay, here we go. Johnny Duncan, email me, cowboysmark94@gmail.com. You are our winner. We appreciate all the super chats and everything that you guys do to help the channel continue to grow and to be able to do stuff. So, again, we will be at training camp probably the last week in Oxnard with the Rams practice and the preseason game. I'll see you coming to my town. And the game that we're talking about 2 games, okay? And unfortunately, they're really close together because I think the Washington game is the week after the Eagles game. So we've got the tailgate at FedEx Field that we always do. Thank God it's not the end of the season. We've got the Eagles game in Dallas with Dan Saleo and Philly 500 if he's not chicken. If we won the Super Bowl, you would troll. Would you still be hating? So what's the point? You're right about that. Professional Lot Lizard. Ooh. Soul Train. Is that the singer Johnny Duncan or the same name? The Eagles cancel will be OnlyFans. Y'all are cold. Damn. Wow. Congratulations, Johnny. Johnny Duncan. Oh, there's Johnny Duncan. Johnny Duncan Sr. I didn't put senior, but Johnny Duncan, congratulations. Email me, cowboysmark94@gmail.com. You are our winner chicken dinner. This will be headed to you. Look at that. Autographed by the great one, the Manster. And boy, could we use a Manster right now. That's my biggest worry. That's my biggest worry is the defensive line right now. I don't think we have enough guys because we got Goldston, who's really a defensive end. Rodney Stepaway. Shout out to Rodney Stepaway. Rodney Stepaway. Appreciate that. And you'll be entered in our next drawing. But we've got Mazi. We got Osa and Digazua. We've got Goldston, who's a defensive end / tackle. We ain't got enough bodies. The Cowboys are going to have to make some kind of moves here at some point. And, they like to do that, of course, in training camp. So I guess will be when we see it happen. All right, good people. And I think it's about time we get ready to hit the road. I appreciate you guys as always. And remember, tell the people you love how much you love them, because you might not get the chance again. Peace.
Spanning the globe to bring you the constant variety of sport, the thrill of victory, and the agony of defeat. The human drama of athletic competition. This is ABC's Wide World of Sports. Brought to you by Lincoln Mercury. Nobody has more kinds of cars or more kinds of people. See them at the sign of the cat. By Goodyear, makers of the custom Steel Guard radial tire. And by State Farm Mutual. Almost anywhere you live, there's a State Farm agent nearby. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
La 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 la.